you're a human who loves to snack but wants to do it vegan, welcome. I'm Very Vegan Val, and today we're going to go over 20 accidentally vegan treats that you can find on grocery store shelves. And in case you were wondering, I made this dress out of an old dressing gown and I just don't have enough occasions to wear it, so here we are today. When I talk about accidentally vegan items, I'm talking about products that were not made to be vegan, but just so happen not to have any animal products in them. Because of that, they're often a lot cheaper and more accessible than intentionally vegan products. Well, there are a lot of great vegan brands out there right now, such as Vegan Robs, Hip Peas, Hail Marys, and Unreal Chocolates. Today we're just going to be focusing on those accidentally vegan ones. Just as a little disclaimer, I'm based in the United States. Companies will often have different formulas based on where they are selling the product. And in addition to that, they can always reformulate. So it is really important that you still continue to check those labels before buying any of these items. First off, cookies. Oreos. Oreos may be the most well-known item on grocery store shelves, but they also just so happen to be vegan. Or at least the original variety is. You're gonna wanna check the labels before you buy any specialty flavors. And by the way, the Trader Joe's version called JoJo's are also vegan. I really love their candy cane variety. Nutter Butter cookies. Nutter Butter cookies are another great option. They're actually very similar to Oreos in that they're both sandwich cookies with a creamy filling, but Nutter Butter cookies are all peanut butter, baby. Fig Newtons. Fig Newtons are absolutely vegan. And no, figs do not contain wasps. Let's just lay that rumor to bed. You know, I hated Fig Newtons as a kid, but grown-up Val is pretty fond of them. Thin Mints. And some other Girl Scout cookies. This one may not be on grocery store shelves, but next time your coworker's niece is selling cookies, I want you to know that you have options. Thin Mints are probably the Girl Scouts' most popular cookie, and they are vegan. They have other vegan options as well, but there's a bit of a catch. It depends on where in the country you are. Now, Girl Scout cookies are actually made by two different manufacturers, and one of them has gone out of their way to reformulate, I think, 6 of their different cookies right now to be vegan, whereas the other one just has Thin Mints. So look to see which company provides cookies in your area. If you have cookies provided by ABC Bakers, you have plenty of vegan options. But if your cookies are being made by Little Brownie Bakers, Thin Mint is what you got. Entenmann's Snack Pies. These little hand-sized pies come in flavors like cherry, blueberry, and apple, and they're all very much vegan. My partner really likes them, I think mostly for nostalgic reasons, but I personally think they would be just a whole lot better with a few squeezes of lemon in that fruit filling. Biscoff cookies. These crunchy cookies are lightly flavored with cinnamon, and I think they make the perfect cookie for using in a crust for pies and cheesecake. Where I've had them most of the time, however, is actually just on a plane. Yay, vegan snack options when flying. Nabisco's Ginger Snaps. I love a ginger cookie, but I've never actually tried these ones before. I did not know they were vegan, so I thought we'd give them a taste. Here we go. Here's what we're looking at. I have to say, I was kind of surprised. This box of cookies was like $5, and maybe I haven't bought cookies in a while, but that seems expensive. Not for like good quality cookies, of course, but for like grocery store snack cookies, that seemed pretty expensive to me. Anyway, cheers. I like that. It has a good amount of snap. It has a good amount of, like a lot of crunch, then it has like a nice ginger heat to it. I think they're really good. Who knows, this might be my next cheesecake crust cookie instead. Let's take a moment to just do another little disclaimer in here. In the United States, sugar is actually often processed with bone char, which they use to bleach the sugar. Because there's really no way to know if a company is using sugar that has been bleached or not, I've just decided that for the purpose of this video, we are counting sugar as vegan. And, you know, if you don't like that, I understand. I'm sorry. And with that, let's go into candy. Most of the accidentally vegan candies out there are fruity, which is a bummer if you were a chocolate lover like myself. But there are more and more intentionally vegan chocolates out there. These days we have plant-based Reese's and Kit Kats, Lindt has come out with an oat milk chocolate. And the other day I had this exceptional Ritter Sport with bits of vegan caramel in it. Delicious. Now back to the accidentally vegan ones. Swedish Fish. Swedish Fish are one of my favorite fruity candies. As the name suggests, they originate in Sweden. And they're actually flavored with lingonberries, which is a classic Swedish flavor. I'm not going to go into a bunch of detail here, but here are some other vegan fruity candies. Sweet Tarts, Jolly Ranchers, Pixie Sticks, Nerds, Dum Dums, Skittles, and Sour Patch Kids. Twizzlers are another vegan candy option. They're basically a sweet licorice, and in fact, Panda, Red Vines, and many other licorice brands are going to be vegan as well. Chick-O-Stick. I think these are a bit more of an old-fashioned candy, but I've never tried them before. So obviously, time for a taste test. They look like that. Very brittle. I believe it's supposed to be peanut and coconut flavored, and I'm definitely smelling the peanut. They're not my favorite candy, but they're not bad. The coconut gives a sort of chew to it that hits you after that like sugary peanut. They do feel like they get stuck in your teeth pretty good. They are also kind of overly sweet, which it is candy. I don't know how much I can complain, but would I eat it again? Yeah. Would I go out of my way to get it? Probably not. Now let's talk granola bars and popcorn. Nature Valley Crunch Bars, but only some flavors. These are those really crunchy, crumbly sort of granola bars. They have some vegan options, including maple brown sugar, apple crisp, and crunchy peanut butter. Cliff Bars. These are another great vegan option since nearly all their bars are vegan. I do think they used to have a couple with honey in them, although I don't actually think they're even making those ones anymore. They have flavors like white chocolate macadamia, peanut butter, banana with dark chocolate, and blueberry almond crisp. Cracker Jack Original Caramel Covered Popcorn and Peanuts. This is another snack that's been around for ages and ages and just so happens to be vegan. It's got the sweet and it's got the salty. Peanuts and popcorn all coated in caramel. Skinny Pop White Cheddar Popcorn. This is one that surprised me. You don't usually expect that something with cheddar in the name is going to be vegan, but apparently it is, so I got some. It does smell a lot like that Smart Foods, the classic white cheddar popcorn that I used to have as a kid sometimes. It's interesting. I feel like the flavor of that is very ephemeral. Like it will hit you and then it's just gone. Or then you'll have a bite and there'll be nothing on it at all. When you do get a bit of that cheesy flavor, it almost tastes more just like an apple cider vinegar than a cheese. You know sometimes how vegan cheeses will use apple cider vinegar to get that tang? It kind of reminds me of that. Like it's less cheesy and more just a bit tangy. I find this to be like under flavored and under seasoned and a bit underwhelming, but it is out there and it's an option. Chips Takis. These are a rolled tortilla chip and most of them are vegan. They have a nacho flavor that is not vegan, but I think the other ones are. What intrigued me the most is they have a flavor called blue. So of course I got blue. Here we go. They like to focus on having spicy flavors. So they say this is extreme, which is their highest rating. We shall see. It is blue. Look at that. I think this might mean that my mouth is gonna be blue for the rest of this video. The spice level is definitely there. It's not like extreme, but it's like good and spicy. I'm not really sure what the flavor is supposed to be though. I think the blue might be referencing like maybe when you have a fire and it's really hot and that's the blue part. I think they might be saying that because what I'm actually tasting, maybe lime and a little bit of like chili, but I don't even know like what chili, just generally spicy. There is nothing in the ingredients that gives me any hints. Yeah, some MSG, some citric acid, some sugar, salt. So who knows? I like the original ones better, I think, but they're not bad. Fritos Original Chips. They also have a couple flavors, but their flavors are not vegan. However, the original ones are, and you can get them pretty much everywhere. They're just crispy, salty, fried deliciousness. Can't go wrong. Snyder's Pretzel Pieces Hot Buffalo Wing. These are actually one of my favorite road trip snacks. The downside is that I get this like orange dust all over my steering wheel and like the sides of my car seats. The upside is that they're delicious, they're spicy, and they're a bit more hearty than your classic chip. Chex Mix Traditional is also vegan. This snack mix centers around Chex cereal, and they actually have plenty of interesting flavors these days, except for none of those are vegan. The original is vegan though, so we get something. Chex Mix, make more vegan options, come on. Many chips have vegan flavors, and I'm just gonna name off a few of them here. Kettle Maple Bacon Potato Chips, Original Sun Chips, Taco Bell Mild Sauce Flavored Chips, and Lay's Dill Pickle Chips. Doritos Spicy Sweet Chili. Most Doritos are not vegan. However, there's one flavor that is, the sweet chili. I think I'm noticing a bit of a trend with these accidentally vegan chips, which is that there's a lot of chili. I do love spicy snacks though, so I'm not mad. I haven't had Doritos obviously in many years. And they smell a lot more like corn than I remember, which is, you know, they're a corn chip, so that makes sense. I like that. They remind me of what I remember Doritos tasting like, but a bit sweeter and a bit spicier. And that is it. 20 plus accidentally vegan snacks. What is your favorite? And do you have any other accidentally vegan snacks that I missed? Let us know in the comments, and while you're there, go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe for more vegan fun.